One of them, I mean, there have been a lot, but one of them I think that's been really meaningful for me was I was in I'm in Turkey last year, and the jam was in Turkish, and so I was really honored to be there and to be help supporting it. And a young man was talking about in a men's circle. We do this very powerful process where the men have a circle and the women sit on the outside as witness and support, and don't speak, and then and vice versa. The women have a circle, and the men sit on the outside and support. And anyway, it's a very amazing thing. But in the men's circle, one young man was sharing about how he had been striving his whole life, to do everything for the best, to be a great athlete, to be a great academic, to do well in school, to have a great business, to make money, and all of this sort of ambition. And he really felt himself sort of, you know, driven by ambition. And when he boiled it down to anything, it was really about having his father tell him he loved him. He was like, everything I've done to, one day have my father say, I love you, and to really be proud of me. And it was very emotional, I think, for a lot of the men and also a lot of the women in the group. Hearing that is like how driven some of the things that outwardly seem like strange, like why would it matter so much? Why does the success matter so much? And to hear how much it was rooted in a desire to be loved and appreciated and seen, it just gave me this whole other perspective to think about people who are working in like corporations or working in structures that are really dehumanizing on so many levels, and that quest for success, the quest for of the ambition behind it. I was just thinking, well, maybe it's so much around wanting to be loved and to be seen, and what would it be if our societies were oriented around loving and seeing people from the get-go, and what would their creativity then inspire them to do, if not to take more? Would it inspire them to give more? Would it inspire them to make the world more loving and more whole? And would it inspire them to care more? Like where would our ambition go if it wasn't rooted in trying to receive love? And so it just gave me this whole other question and idea of like how else, what is the value of the work that I do and that other people do, and so much around telling people and letting people know that I see you and that you are enough and you are loved and you have something to give, and it's not rooted to some titles or some money or something like that. It's rooted to actually, your spirit. So yeah, that's just one thing that really stood out for me.